traditional to digital. We mix them, we are still doing traditional things in the digital world as we change slowly, because whichever profession you are in, Maggie is a lawyer, I Penny is in business, I am a registered nurse, and we find ourselves doing this business together. That is a very nice shift. That's the best shift that I found myself in. The digital economy is now where opportunities live. It allows us to use what is existing plus our knowledge and our experience. And that is so lovely. And we are here to tell professionals, if you're looking for something on the side to supplement what you're doing, because things have become unstable. Jobs are unstable now because you can be replaced by the digital tech. Like whatever is happening in tech can replace your job just like that. So we are here to tell you there are opportunities. You can start learning on the side. The tools are there. The training is there. The mentors are there, and the coaches are there. You can learn this business and do it. Maggie, if I start talking, I'll talk forever and ever, because my shift has just taught me lessons that I can write a book.
No, but that's very true. And I think if I look back on the days of our parents when the phones were coming in, they got caught in a place where even some of them now, they haven't really moved to knowing how to use phones, although my mom is on TikTok, which is very so some people are moving. I think you have to get into that, you know, go looking for usikwame mahali. We are moving beings, we are changing. If you get stuck in your place, unafikiria traditional, going to my 9 to 5, that is the only way I'll go, I'll work, retire. That's not a life to live. Like there's so much more out here, especially us being in the diaspora, being you see so many things that are working and some that are not working, but being in the digital space is a space where you get to make your own life. And that's what I really like about this business. Like I'm living life on my own terms. I'm making money for myself. Si pesa naenda kufanyia going into someone else's bank. As we move on and just get into a different perspective, having a digital business is about diversification. Now we're always told you can't have one stream of income. Before I continue, I saw Yvonne joined us. Hi Yvonne, all the way from Canada. You're muted, we can't hear you. Hi. As you continue setting up, we can see you. Yeah. Hi. Join the global stage. Umetuongezea a different corner of the world.
Sorry.
Awesome. Penny, I was going to ask you, how has this digital business enabled you to diversify? Have that extra thing.
Thank you so much, Maggie, for hosting us and for this opportunity. Like Judy has just said, gone are the days when we just used to say like multiple streams of income are just a luxury. In today's life, they are necessity because the world is changing, like you're saying. Everything is going on automation. There are layoffs. The cost of living is getting higher and higher. And just relying on only one paycheck is actually even risky right now, because you don't even know what will happen tomorrow. I would just like to ask our viewers, like, what would happen if your main income stopped like tomorrow? Yeah, do you have something to fall back on? That's a question that you're supposed to sink in and think about it, because that's why we are here to come and tell you there's a way out, and we've proven it and we're into it and we're doing it to tell you don't need to quit your job to be online like all day. You can if you want, but you don't need to. The system is automated and it works even when you're busy at work or with your family or even resting or even traveling anywhere. The beauty part about it, it's flexible. You grow it part-time and scale with time, and when need be, you just even take it off and say that this is what I'm just going to focus on. I remember I started mine when I was on my maternal leave, and I just had some hours with me. When my baby is sleeping, then I would just check on my business and know how it's going on, And now that way I've grown to be a person who is confident and who is focused to see that my digital business is working. Regardless that I'm a busy mom with my 2 children, but at least I'm being present for my children. At the same time, my financial status are just equalizing. I don't have to worry about tomorrow thinking I need to start working ASAP because after my maternity leave, I don't know where I'm going to start all along. So, and this is the encouragement that I would just let our viewers know. Having an extra income, it means a lot for you because you are at peace. You are at peace. Even how you're talking to your family or your kids, if you're a parent, it really matters. And the thing that many people have right now is just the fear. I don't have time. I'm not a tech savvy. Those are just excuses. You have to overcome your fear because the first and foremost thing is your mindset. You have to tell your mindset that I am a conqueror. I'm going to make it through regardless of what comes on my way. And then you be a coachable person. Everything is taught step by step in our business with a mentorship and coaches. What else can be difficult for you? It's designed even for beginners, no prior experience needed. So you learn the digital skills that are valuable in today's world each and every single day. So you don't need to be an expert. All you need is just a willing heart or be coachable and follow the footprints of the people who've made it through this digital business. Again, building that security is really, really, really essential. Future proving to your family that at least this is a long-term success. If you have children, this is a legacy you're building for your children or for your family or for your loved ones for that case. Giving you that financial freedom and planning even for your retirement. We've seen people in our business here who are retiring at their 20s, 30s, and it's very doable. It's very doable. This is an income resilience that you're creating, and your life changes with time. You build it from slowly, a step at a step, and at the end of it all, you just find yourself building something sustainable and transferable to your loved ones. So I would urge our viewers, wherever they are, to ask themselves what you're doing right now. Is it something that you can pass on? Is it a financial legacy that you can leave on for your children or even your family? Or is it just something that will cut out when things go haywire? Like today, if you're laid off and told that tomorrow we don't need you, what is your backup plan? It's creating options, it's creating choices, peace of mind for you. Even the way you're nurturing your family really matters, because I've been there. I've been doing also multiple jobs. Like in abroad, we've had this myth that for you to be successful, you have to have multiple jobs. Yeah. And I've been there, but gone are the days that I'm young and still have that energy to do the same, And now I even have responsibility to take care of my children. So what is best for me to have time with my children or keep on running to those multiple jobs and get burned out that I'm not even present for my children, So this is a call out to most immigrants, especially, have time for your children, because I believe that one time you pray to God and ask him, God bless me the family, and he does. So are you responsible? Are you taking responsibilities for your children or for your families? Or you're just running from shift to shift? You don't even know what your children, how they live or how they do things, because you're busy looking for that cash to balance life. Money is not everything, they're growing each and every day fast and fast. Before you realize it all, time is gone and you can never recover. So don't waste your time, people in abroad. Move forward to looking for something, a side hustle, which can turn out to be a plan A for you. For most of us here, we are all immigrants. And I believe that this is our plan. We've started it as a side hustle, as a plan B, but with time. Only time will tell. We are looking forward for the plan A. Thank you, and back to you, Maggie.
Thank you, Penny. Wow, you've talked about so many things that are so important. Mindset, time, spending time with your family. And those are costs. Like, I think you have to count the cost. When you're going to these multiple jobs, there's something that you have to give. But unfortunately, most of us, we're letting go of our family to go make this money. And like Penny said, if the employer wakes up tomorrow and said, that's it, there's no work tomorrow, You've lost your job, you've lost time with your family because you haven't bonded with your family to get to know who they are after you prayed so long. That was me. I prayed so long to have my son. And that was the cost I had to count. Like, am I going to go to work and sacrifice time with my family, or am I going to find something that will enable me to bring something and also spend time with my family? And this is the sweet balance that I found. This is Friday morning. I'm at home, I'm not rushing off to go to work because I counted my costs and I said, you know what, I can reduce my hours, but have something else that will replace it, that's not making me get out of the house. I can spend time with my son and just, it changes. And it's not about, like Penny said, it's not about money. This business changes your whole thinking. It's not just you think outside the box. Most of us, we've been raised in thinking within that square box. But this business, it takes you, like, it grows you as a person, not just financially, but whole being. And that's what I love about it. Eva, I'll come to you. I see you very comfortable there. I'd like to talk about, this is not a traditional business, so there's no high risk. You don't have to go get, I don't know how many thousands of, as a startup cost to start the business. But there is, on the upside, there's a lot of growth. So what has your experience been with that, low risk and high growth?
Yeah, so thank you again for this opportunity. So why, I asked myself why digital affiliate marketing just makes sense, to tell you the truth. It really makes sense because unlike your traditional business, basically, this is there is no massive startup cost. So like in every business, obviously there will be a capital, but it's not a massive, like you don't need so much money to start off your business. You don't need a big capital. The good thing as well, you don't need to worry about things like rent. You don't have to worry about staff wages and all that, and in this particular model, because again, we talk about digital businesses, your business, there's a lot of different models out there, and some of them are probably almost like traditional. They are, yes, you're online, but the way you're working is almost like you're doing like a traditional business. But in this particular model, we don't you don't even really need to stock any products or worry about unsold products, because that's money that's just sitting somewhere there. We don't have to do all that. This particular model, again, like I said, the system is already built. You just plug in and you learn, and then you start leveraging and promoting your business. And so basically, the main investment in this business is really your time and your mindset and consistency, because on the digital space, you have to be consistent. That's what's going to make you grow and make you whatever. So you have to be consistently there. Like again, I said, there's no selling or chasing of people in this business. So unlike the traditional business, you're not running around trying to convince any person. You understand what I mean? And that's what I love again about this particular digital business, because there's some, like I said, digital businesses which I've seen before, like you're gonna have to chase around people, make some house parties to do demonstrations, or you're still kind of whatever. But this is the good thing about this. Listen, I just need my phone. I don't need to, you don't need to really chase anyone. So the system is built in a way that it does all the heavy lifting for you, so the automation, the funnels, the follow-up, and even the closing of the sales, that the system does all that for you. So all you do really is focus on sharing value and not hard selling. So that's one thing I love about this particular digital business. And again, unlike the traditional space, you're not tied to a physical location. you know, because if you're running a normal business, then, you know, you're tied into a particular place. You have to be in a particular sport. With this one, you can run it from your phone, from your laptop, even while you're on the beach, literally. Do you know what I mean? The other day, you know, when I was traveling to Kenya, I had my phone and I was, you know, at the beach enjoying, but at the same time, you know, I found a few minutes to work on my business. So that is really, you know, enjoy the nice, beautiful waters and the white sands, you know. So it's amazing. It's amazing on what you can do, you know, and how much you can achieve when you're running a digital business. And, you know, you connect to people from, you know, again, the thing is like connectivity. You connect with people from all over the world. Look at us here right now. We are all from Kenya, but, you know, we've got New Zealand represented, we've got Canada represented, we've got Germany represented, and hey, UK, you're not left behind. So you see, that's the love, you know, the lovely thing about, you know, the digital space as well. And then again, you decide to work when you want to work. And like the, you know, again, unlike, because I'm trying to really compare to, you know, the normal, like, you know, kind of traditional businesses. This, you know, where you are tied 24/7, you know, this model gives you flexibility to be like my other business pastors talked about, to be a mom, to be a dad, to be a traveler, you know, a business owner, all in one. You know, you can be all that in one, and you easily achieve that with this particular business. So and then, like again, I said, everything is moving online now, you know, learning, banking, entertainment. So why not business? You know, like everyone said, you know, if you're not on the online space already, you know, you're missing out a lot, you know. And the people who actually position themselves, you know, now, you know, they're the ones, you know, the ones preparing for long-term success. If your business is not online, even now, when you look at the traditional businesses, most of the people are still maybe owning like locations, but they're still trying to be online somehow, you know. And I think since COVID hit, this became a reality, because for me, tell you the truth, I wasn't really digital. I wasn't really doing things online, shopping online. But then, you know, lo and behold, like you said, and circumstances happen, and COVID-19 hit, and we were all stuck indoors. You know, we couldn't move around, we couldn't whatever, and so the businesses which were not online, you know, suffered a lot, because people couldn't come to those physical places, you know, to buy their goods. And that's, I think, and from that time, I found myself now, most of my stuff I just do online, you know, shopping online, everything is moving really online. So you need to be there to keep up with, you know, the pace. And if you're there, that's the way to go. And if you're not, this is the time to really try and jump in, you know. And then again, an advantage again of being on the online space is, like, you know, unlike your traditional business, you know, you don't have to trade your time for money. You know, you work around, because like I said, if you have a shop, you're going to have to open maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock or whatever, be physically there, you know, until whatever time to close. And, you know, so you're trading more of your time, you know, you're going to have to, you know, for money. Maybe if you have to travel, you have to think, okay, who am I leaving behind? Who's going to take whatever? This one, no, you don't have to. If you're in the online space, you travel with your business, you know, everything is with you, do you know? So, and lastly, I would like to talk about the scalability as well. Like, unlike the traditional business, growing means, you know, if for the traditional business, if you're growing, you mean more staff, maybe more rent, more stress, basically. But this one, no, you know, it just means more reach. It means more automation. You know, if I have to scale up, you know, more reach, more automation, try and make everything more visibility without having to increase my workload. And that's, you know, the wonderful thing about this, and the fact that you create passive income. You know, you don't have to be all the time there, just a couple of hours, and then you reap, you know, the rewards of you showing up for those couple of hours a day, consistently and everything, and then you reap rewards that are, you know, amazing, basically. So yeah, so I'm just encouraging anyone, if you're not on the online space, then listen, you know, that is where all the money is at the moment, to tell you the truth. Thank you, Maggie.
That's awesome, Eva. I liked what you said. Your business travels with you. Because I don't know if any of you have done this. Before I started this business, I could be on Facebook for like an hour or two. You look up and you're like, what? Have I been scrolling on my phone for 2 hours doing nothing? But how about if you swap that and you give those 2 hours that I was meant to just doom scrolling, you do something for your business, because it's on your phone. You can do everything on your phone, and that's how simple it is. You just need a phone, internet. And I know me and Yvonne really struggle with social media, being on social media, but you just learn because you're building something for yourself, and you see the beauty of it, and you see the importance of it. So you put Maggie, who doesn't like social media, here, and put on your business hat, and you keep going. And that's, we've all been on a journey. We've all have to overcome things that we didn't feel comfortable, but we're here because we know the end result is something that we're not willing to let fear stop or let being uncomfortable stop. And that's why we are all here to tell you about this amazing opportunity that you cannot let it pass by. Because if you're watching us on your phone now, after this ends, and then you're like, oh, you can all see we all have our websites against our names. Just go and check, what are these ladies talking about? Just go have a scroll and see. There's a free webinar there that you can watch, and it can give you more information about what we're talking about. You have nothing to lose, absolutely nothing to lose, And just as we are on flexibility that Eva touched on, actually most of us touched on here, I'd like to ask you, Anne, I know you're a mom. How has this business allowed you the flexibility to just be around your family and not sacrifice the time?
Thank you, Maggie, and to our viewers. Definitely, this is a call to all moms out there, because as Penina said, there is no way you can ask God for you, family, a beautiful family, a husband and a wife, and then the next minute you're running up and down looking for something else, outside what you ask God for. And this is where we are all running away from the purpose of God, because definitely there was that call. There is that reason why God created you. If he happened to bless you with that family, I think there is a place for you to be a present mom or dad for what God gave you, because I have seen this, and many of people are suffering, especially here in diaspora. People are just exchanging entrance. Yeah, you're going, he's coming, and you become a stranger in your own family, my people. And definitely I was a victim. I'm not talking out of something that I was in. I was exactly inside, and definitely this was not going right with me. When I look back, I had left my daughter back home then, and that separation, and again coming here because I needed a better life, and now running again away from that was not going right with me. And I said it has to change, and there must be something, definitely, because when COVID hit, from what I do, the work I do, I had seen people saying, now you cannot come today to work, so to say, because I was doing a cleaning job. So they were calling and telling me, you cannot come today and work because we are home office today. So from that moment, I knew there must be something that should give me that kind of flexibility to be able to work around my kids. And since my job, definitely, because cleaning, you have to be there yourself. So I took a leap of faith, and I went in prayer and asked God, what can I really do? Because I have run away from my family for a long time. Since I was in Kenya, I was separated from my daughter. Now I'm coming here, added 2 more boys in the family. I'm running away from them. My God. And I asked God, now this life has to change, yeah? Because I really need to feel myself and to be a present mom for my kids, yeah? And thank God through this business. And guess what? Me, I'm just happy because it has changed, so transformed my life, and the relationship that we are having now. I'm not that guilty mom, because for a long time, 5 years, I had felt guilty leaving my daughter back home because I needed a better life for her. And now you're separated. It's not going. Even if you have that money and something, there is a link that is missing, the bond with your kids. That's you cannot replace that with money. I'm telling you, because like when my daughter was in Kenya, I could for sure provide her with everything. Yeah, like I could send money and they could give her whatever she needed. But the bond, I could not replace that with money, nothing. So as parents, this is the best opportunity for us to bring back our family together. Because especially, let me talk to moms, because there are men in this business, but men are somehow different from us. Actually, the majority who are in, maybe they are doing duo with the wife, but alone man, sometimes they hold themselves back. They do, like today digital has come to change everything. You can do faceless, yeah. So they're running a business, but they don't show their faces. But we women, we wear so many hats, yeah, because we have that, there is something that God put in us that we can be able to even touch many lives, men, women, both of them, because I think we carry that womb, and that womb carries both female and male. That's why that's a gift that God gave us. Now, flexibility, it has helped me to like cut short my hours, and now I'm able to work around my kids. I'm not a stranger anymore to my kids. And I said, God, you got to replace this with something. And I got this business. And because of the automation that we have, and Eva had talked about that, this business is running 24 hours in your absence, meaning you can, it's on autopilot, meaning the business is running, but you're not there. So you can be able to be doing other things. Yeah, you can engage yourself doing other things. Mind you, it's not just running from nowhere. It is scaling and bringing in the customers who are becoming your business partners. So it is not only running, but it is bringing profit on the table. So imagine a business that is running while you're sleeping, while you're doing other things, taking care of your kids, and at the same time bringing that extra cash that you are running away from. What a benefit is that? What a prayer answered for moms and many moms there. So this business has become a game changer for me, because that is what has really helped me. I'm no longer a stranger in my own family. I'm a happy present mom, and not only has it given me that, it has help me to just be able to reach out and tell other people, hey, look at this. Yeah, instead of going to that second and third job and look for someone to take care of your kids, why don't you start this business that will scale and you'll be good at both? You know, it is bringing in and you're just taking care of your kids. It's a benefit. It's something you cannot even, I don't know. But anyways, me, I'm praying that people will just, the veil be removed, because we think, but it's from the mindset from home, that you think working hard and running busy, but at the end of the day, you're still on that paycheck to paycheck. It is not the way. And this business, if you cannot find something that is working for you even while you're sleeping, you're behind news. Yeah. This is it. The business is scaling for us even in the middle of the night. Look at us here. It's a global thing. Yeah. For them in New Zealand, they are in the morning. We are catching up, you know. That is flexibility. We can cut. It's amazing, my people. That's it's a wake-up call anyway. You know, everyone has talked about this topic, and this is topic we cannot just talk one day and it's done. And I think, yes, for me, it has been a game changer, and it has really changed that the relationship with my family. We are here now together. I said I will never do anything that will separate me from my family. From experience, from my daughter, even today, I try to compensate, but I cannot do. Even me trying to like buy gifts for her to like make her feel I was working that for you. You know, kids are kids, they don't understand. Whatever that job you're chasing, it's because of them. But the precious moment you spend with them, they will never forget about that moment. So let's cherish that. Let's be available moms and dads to our kids and to our spouses. And yes, that is a purpose. That is God given best. And when we follow God's best, definitely we are going to be happy like nothing. Yeah, thank you. Let me stop there because we can talk until tomorrow.
It's true. All of us can talk until tomorrow because we can see what this business has done for us. And that's why we're constantly, coming on here to share, because we don't want you to be left behind. Can you imagine yourself having as much passion as all these women have on your screen? Because we believe in what we are doing, and we don't want you guys to be left behind. Just for the time purposes, I'll ask Yvonne a question as we all think about our parting shots. Yvonne, we've said the future belongs to the digital. So what are you doing to make sure that you're digitally equipped? Like, what can other people do to ensure that they're set for the future in this digital space?
Thank you so much, Maggie. That's a very good question. And I have to apologize first because I got mixed up with time. I thought it's 5 o'clock my time. And I actually was outside. I just came in and I checked my phone because I wanted to respond to a message, and I see, and I'm like, they're live already? So it's now? So I just got my computer and rushed here. So I'm glad I didn't miss. But thank you so much. Again, my name is Yvonne. I am a registered nurse and I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm originally from Kenya. And these ladies have said a lot of points there, so I don't want to go through that. But the future belongs to the digitally equipped. I don't want to give out my age, but I'm going to say this. Like, growing up in Kenya, the only online thing that we had was like Safari, like, I don't know, was it africaonline.com? That was the only thing that everyone was using. These ladies are smiling. They probably know now what my age is. But anyway, we didn't have anything else. And then along the way, Facebook came. And then you could hear Instagram, and it's like, what? And then it evolved, and now it's Snapchat. And we didn't have cell phones at that time, right? And the few families who had landline, like, you were taught differently. You belong to a different class, right? So that being said, now fast forward to today, all kids have cell phones. Everybody, like 99% of the population have cell phones, or they have access to internet. I went back home not too long ago, and so many people have Wi-Fi in their homes, something that was unheard for. So what does that tell you? That tells you that everybody is hanging out online. So if everybody is hanging out online, why do you want to go and start a business that's not where everybody is hanging out? Because that's where you get your customers. And that's where this business comes in, because you want to take your business where everybody is. And this business gives us that opportunity to go online and find our people there, right? The like-minded people there. So and it's because we don't just use one platform, you use whichever platform you want, right? So that's the beauty of this business. So there's no way that you're going to say, oh, I can't do this because there's too many people. Or I see so many ads on Facebook, there's too many people in that business, I don't have a chance. There's over 5 billion people in the world. In this business only, we have, and not in the world, on social media, over 5 billion people on social media. In this business, we are now a community of over 300,000. So can you imagine how many people out there are looking for a solution? So if you're still here and you're thinking, oh, online is something else, you're wrong, because everything is now going digital. The other thing is, with this business, now that we are doing this, you might not be like tech savvy or anything like that. But guess what? You don't need to be, because we have like video-based training that's so easy to follow. Like, you just plug in and you go step by step, and it takes you step by step until you get to where you want to be. And we don't stop there, because also the internet is changing, technology is changing, these platforms are changing, they evolve every day. So it helps us to keep up with the changes. So we learn one skill today, and then tomorrow you come back, oh, one thing changed. Then you're learning another skill. You're not losing what you learned already, but you're topping up to what you already learned. And you know what? The skills that we get here are also life skills. It just doesn't have to do with, okay, I'm learning this for this business. No, the social part of it. Look at these ladies. I've never met any one of them, but I know, like, I've never met them physically, but I know them. And when I talk to my friend about something, I'm like, oh, I met Maggie, you know, whatever. Like my husband knows most of the people that I go live on with, because I say, oh, we were live today. And he's like, who are you with? And I say, oh, those are the ladies from New Zealand. And I'm like, oh, you were listening, you know? So that social part of this business is just wonderful. And you know, like I said, this is not an option anymore. It's just a necessity, because how many hours do people waste online right now? Like even before starting this business, Maggie, I think, said that. I used to go to Facebook and look, and sometimes like at the end of the day, I'm look at my time and I'm like, it's like 4 hours in a day. And I'm like, what am I doing? You know? But I didn't know any better. But now in this business, I'm like, how many 4 hours a day, like all those years, how much would I have done now, right? But it's never too late, because if you don't know, you don't know. And that's why we come here to, you know, put this out to use, that there is an option right here, and it's all online, and everyone is moving to the online space, right? So if you really want to grow, connect globally, and just grow something that's yours, because this is yours. And it's the beautiful part is it's yours, but it's not really yours, because then it's for your family, it's for your future, it's for your health, it's for your future generations. Because I'm a nurse, and sometimes I get so tired at work and I'm like, really? But then this business gives me that break. I'm like, I don't work in the hospital now, but before I was like, I want to call in sick, but I can't, because then what do I do? But with this business now, you find that I'll be like, oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to take another few days before I go to work, because I know there's something that's substituting that income. So if you're out there and you're still thinking that this business is going to take all your time, most of us still work full time. And this business, you can start when you're still working your full-time job. You can run it during your breaks or whatever. Like you don't need the whole day. And like I said, it's online. So you bring your phone with you to work. When you go on your break, that's what I used to do. On my break, people are talking there. I'm on my phone and they're like, oh, Yvonne, you like to use your phone? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm doing something, but I'm running my business. I go for my lunch break. I'm running my business. So at the end of the day, I come home and I'm done my 2 hours of the day for my business, because I did it all at work. So you really don't need to have any special skills. You don't need to have any experience. You don't even need to have a whole day set out for the business, because it's pretty easy to, the moment you learn the skill, then it just applies. You even run it in your head before you get it done. And then by the time you come and sit, it's just, typing whatever you're typing, because it's already going. And what we do mainly is just connect with people. That's what we do. And that's what we do here. Because the other day somebody was asking me, but if that's the case, then why are you coming online? If you don't come online, then people will not see you. Like I said, technology. You have to come out here for people to see you, because that's how we get to know people. And that's how people can get to know us and trust us. And then I'll get interested in what we give, right? So that's why we are here. So this technology is really, bringing us together, and is giving us this opportunity. So I'm just going to stop there, because 1 hour late, I apologize, and I'm going to talk too long and take so much time. And I don't know how much time we wanted for this live. So thank you so much, Maggie.
It's okay. When you have gems to give, sometimes time you just move, someone will pick what they'll pick, and you never know. Maybe that's what they needed to hear. Maybe I'll just go around and ask if anyone has a parting shot. If you want to say anything before we close off. Judy, do you have anything to say?
Can I say one thing before Judy goes? Sorry, just one thing. I forgot that. I was going to say, if you look now, the millionaires, the people who are millionaires every day, we have so many millionaires every day. If you look at the statistics, all like the highest population of the millionaires in the world right now is from the digital space. They are content creators. They make a lot of money. So if those people can make a lot of money, why can't you come online and make money too? Thank you.
Very true. Over to you, Judy.
The future belongs to those who are willing to adopt, learn new tools, and step into digital space with courage and curiosity. So don't wait for change to find you. Be part of it. Position yourself online and let us lead the next generation, because true stability doesn't come from a single job. It comes from adaptability, innovation, and taking ownership of the future. And this is what this business offers. inbox us, find us on our website, and we'll give you more information.
Thank you, Judy. Penny, do you have any parting shot?
I'll just tell our viewers, like the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, The next best time is today. So let's
Now.
grow our families together and let's grow together.
Awesome. Thank you, Penny. I like that. Eva, parting shot from you.
All I have to say is, if you're not making money while you're sleeping, then that's where you need to be. You need to be able to create another stream of income whereby, even when you're sleeping, you're making money. Yeah. So if you haven't, this is an opportunity we're presenting to you. Just reach out to any of us there, log on our website, and start your journey. Yeah, because like she said, the time is now.
Awesome. And parting shot.
Let me say faith over fear, and now faith. We talk about faith that is now. So take action now.
Awesome. Wow. Yvonne, Amma, that was your parting shot.
I'm just going to say it's not complicated to start, guys. We have a free information session, no obligation. And it will explain to you what we do, because we can't talk about it right here because it's too much. So you have our websites there. Take a picture, take a screenshot, whoever you resonate with, just reach out to us. You'll get the information session, and then it's no obligation. So you can learn, and you don't even have to take action. Learn, know what the business is, and then you make your own informed decision. And the other thing, like and share this live, because I always say you might not need it, because you might be in a comfortable place in your life and you don't need something else. But you never know who else is looking for something, who needs help. So just share so that you can touch someone's life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us today. I hope you've taken at least one. We always say at least one thing that you'll take and say, okay, I want that for myself. And like everyone else here has said, reach out. It doesn't hurt. You literally have nothing to lose. You'll wake up maybe 6 months from now, a year from now, and you're like, wow, I thank God I took that first step, because that's what we're all saying here. Thank God I took that first step when I saw this business online. So if you want to reach out, message, wherever you can, go to our pages and just reach out, and we'll be here to hold your hand. And yeah, thank you so much, lovely ladies, for hanging out with me. For the ones that it's late, I'm sure you're raring to go to sleep. Some of us raring to start our day. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon, because we are here to change your lives, and we're not going to stop. We'll not keep quiet. We'll shout it from the rooftops. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.